You may have heard recently more about brain cancers and specifically something called glioblastoma after the tragic passing of former Congresswoman Mia Love. Hello, I'm Fox 13 News anchor Amy Nay in studio. The Republican who got her start in politics as mayor of Saratoga Springs then broke barriers in Washington as the first black Republican female representative. She stepped down recently from politics to focus on her health, being treated for a brain tumor. Sadly, this weekend, the 49-year-old passed away. Now, this afternoon, I spoke with an expert at Huntsman Cancer Institute, Dr. Howard Coleman, who specializes in brain cancers. He couldn't speak to Representative Mia Love's case, but in general had this to say about advancements in the fight against them.
There are a number of positive developments in the area of brain tumors, particularly in terms of targeted and more effective therapies for some of the lower grade brain tumors. And a lot of work going on to try and find more effective therapies for the higher grade brain tumors like glioblastoma and others.
I know that we hear about this in older people, but we're also starting to hear about it in younger people. Are there any trends that we're seeing at younger, or what are you saying?
I wouldn't say trends in terms of changes over time, but there is a range of ages where certain brain tumors tend to be seen at higher frequencies. And so there are certain types of tumors that are seen more commonly in younger patients, but occasionally in older patients, and likewise, some tumors that tend to be seen in older patients where we see them more rarely in younger patients or children. Right now, we don't recommend screening in asymptomatic patients, but certainly any patients with new neurologic symptoms, particularly symptoms that are getting worse over weeks to months, that is a sign that something, not necessarily a tumor, but something needs to be evaluated and certainly should be discussed with a primary care physician or other physicians.
As for the former representative, her family confirmed she had sought treatment for a glioblastoma and took part in a clinical study undergoing immunotherapy treatment. Earlier this month, though, her daughter announced she was no longer responding to those treatments. She lived 3 years after her diagnosis, passing away this past weekend in her Saratoga Springs home. She was just 49 years old. Reporting in studio, Amy Nay, Fox 13 News, Utah.